and welcome to the Geek Embassy Watches Westworld Season 2. That's right, we are doing the whole kit and caboodle today, episode 1 through episode however many there were. I don't know because I didn't actually watch them. But the rest of my fine co-hosts, Sid, say hello to Regina, Nicole, Jaye, and Isabela. How are all of you tonight?
Good.
Good.
Fantastic. Also confused. That is most definitely the emotion that I am feeling right now. So, just so you know, folks, I have literally not watched one episode of Westworld Season 1 or Season 2, so the entire podcast that we just recorded is full of me not knowing what anything is.
Which was actually kind of fun because then we had to slow down and explain things in a very, clear way because
I don't think we got there.
I think we did a couple of times.
No, we definitely got there. I mean, I know that there are Pokeballs. I know that there's Six Flags from Hell. And that's about all I got.
That's pretty much what you need as your takeaway. Pokeballs.
Someone named Dolores and someone named Maeve and a couple of people named William and or Bernard and or Jack. I'm not sure. But anyways, we have some rapid fire questions for our esteemed panel of guests. Favorite scene of the season. We're going to start off there. And we're going to spin the Rand Harmonicon and we're going to land on Jaye. Jaye, what is your favorite scene of the season?
I have got to give it to the introduction to Shogun World, the exact parallel to the big posse riding into town scene from Westworld, replayed in the context of feudal Japan. Everything from the lines to shot for shot, the remake of the town, and the interesting way that our familiar characters from Westworld were brought face to face with their Shogun World counterparts. And how it just took off from there. But that first scene was just so very well done.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Yep.
All right. How about you, Nicole?
After giving it some more thought, it's got to be Maeve with the running of the bulls at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Where,
wait, they did the running of the bulls in this show? How come y'all didn't tell me that during the podcast?
So, the bulls come running and she's there. She's like, you guys took too long. I'm save myself.
Okay.
Yeah, that one was awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Isabela.
I'm going to have to go with the scene in the Shogun World where I can't remember her name, but Maeve's counterpart does the dance and completely slaughters everyone.
I mean, seems
legit. It turns out she's a ninja as well, right?
Yeah. Although I gotta give a nod to Armistice and her Shogun counterpart just like staring at each other, and you're like, "What's happening?"
There was a little.
I thought there was a spark. Yeah.
There's a little sexual vibe that goes. I mean, she follows her. She comes with her, and then
if you come face to face with yourself, you'd probably be curious, right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
You're
no,
cute.
I would certainly not be curious. All right. You do you. I'm going to do me. We're just going to pretend this never happened.
Not doppelgangland.
No, it's most certainly not doppelgangland for me. Anyway, I'm bored now with this response.
Right.
You see what I did there?
Yeah,
Regina.
I got it.
All right.
Now.
And like 3 people who watch this are going to get this. So anyways, Regina, what's your favorite scene?
Oh, oddly enough, I see lots of us picked Shogun world scenes. Mine is when Maeve tells, what did you say her counterpart's name was, Jaye? Akane. She tells her, after she did the murdering of the guy, she turns to her and says, "You are a true mother," because she was willing to kill for her daughter figure. The other, it's getting late. I try to think of the other escort. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The other escort that she was protecting, who he killed right before that. So she kills him, and Maeve turns to her and says, "You're a true mother." And I just thought that was so meaningful coming from Maeve, and as we said in the podcast, and we talked about how driven Maeve is by that maternal instinct.
All right, seems pretty cool. I guess. Without any context, I'm going to say awesome. So, all right. Let's stick with you, Regina, for the next one. Favorite reveal, host or otherwise?
My favorite reveal was Anthony Hopkins' character Ford returning. He just says, "Hello, my old friend," and the episode ends, and I was like, "Ah!"
That sounds amazing, actually, because it's Anthony Hopkins. And audience, they didn't tell me that Anthony Hopkins was in this show. Otherwise, I would have actually watched it. But I'm lazy, and I didn't.
Yeah.
So, Isabela, favorite reveal, host or otherwise?
I had another answer, but I cannot remember right now. So I'm gonna go with Logan being the brain of the forge, which was actually really sad.
Yeah,
I thought. But yeah, that was mine. I thought it was kind of poetic.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
Seems legit. All right. So, Nicole, how about you?
The sensors are in the hats. All is coming from within the house. Yeah, that was just awesome because it ties back to season 1 and why does everybody gotta pick a hat? Well, you know what? We have to scan your brain while you're here. So yeah, that was huge for me. It was like an audible gasp when I saw that. So
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just remembered mine.
Okay, so Isabel, what's yours?
No, just go to Jaye in case.
Okay. I mean, I can, and I will.
And then I can say afterwards.
Okay.
I don't want to steal it in case.
All right, no, that's perfectly fine. You already stole my thunder. I was just going to say that y'all have ruined hats for me forever, and that just makes me sad.
Because hats are dumb, so it's okay.
No, hats are amazing. I have a great Hartford Whalers hat, and I wear it a lot. And now I can't wear it anymore because apparently hats steal your brain. Makes me very sad. So, Jay, how about you?
Well, Regina already took the Ford reveal, so I guess I'll take it to the other end of that, where we learn that his intentions are malevolent and he can take control of Bernard's body and kind of ride shotgun and make him kill.
I know, he's mean.
Fun.
I didn't say he was a good guy. He's not a good guy.
No, well, I mean, it's Anthony Hopkins.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, he plays a very good bad guy.
He does. That's true.
So anyways, Isabela, we're going to circle around back to you.
So the moment when Charlotte sees Dolores in host Charlotte's body come out of the shadows, that's my favorite part because then everything clicks into place and you're like, oh, that wasn't actually Charlotte the entire time.
Oh, okay. I think I just got confused, but I'm going to ignore it and pretend that I'm not.
That is everyone else.
So now that I have a complete and utter understanding of everything that Isabella just said, Jay, who is your favorite and least favorite character?
I gotta say it's Maeve. I know most of us are probably gonna say Maeve. She's just been the driving force, just the incomparable awesomeness, just the powerful mother. She got superpowers this season. She got to control other hosts with her mind, and
oh, that reveal is in Shogun World too, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's an important episode. I didn't really realize all the significant things that happened in that episode, but that reveal is in that episode too.
Sweet. So she can kill you with her brain, is what
or
you're
she
saying.
can make someone else kill you with her brain.
Yes, she can
Close
make
enough.
Yeah.
All right, so Regina, it seems fairly clear that you are on Team Maeve.
Team Maeve.
You can add us at the Geek Embassy with hashtag Team Maeve.
Team Maeve.
So, Nicole, how about you?
I don't think I can pick any one favorite character. Maeve is awesome, but I'm kind of, I don't know. I find lots of them interesting. Emily, I found really interesting this season.
Yeah,
especially
Emily was
after
cool.
the teaser at the end. Now I'm like, oh, because at first I was like, oh, she's dead, whatever. But now I'm like, maybe she's not. She was very interesting in her sort of drives for things.
Yeah,
like she was going to find her dad at any cost. And then are we talking about characters we hate too, or is it just
you can also talk about characters that you hate if you want.
Yeah, no, I don't really hate anybody. I was just wondering if I had to answer that question.
You don't have to answer it if you didn't not like anybody. I have somebody for that, so. But Isabella, you tell us who your favorite character was first.
Hey, no, you're not the boss on this show. I'm the boss. Isabella, who is your favorite character on the show?
Team Maeve forever. But oh crap, I forgot again. Just skip me.
All right,
We'll swing
fantastic.
back.
I'm taking it back. Regina, who is your least favorite character?
William. With Dolores coming in a close second.
Sounds awesome. I mean, I don't know who William is or what he does, but
I think William's story it still holds promise. Like he might turn out okay. But Dolores, I'm really worried about what she's going to do in the real world now. So we'll see.
Nope. I am also quite concerned about this.
You said because you have
Very
hats
concerned.
and she might be coming for you.
I do have hats. She's probably coming for me
Yes.
with her army of Pokeballs. So Jay, how about your least favorite character?
I too found it a little hard to stomach Dolores this season. Her story was interesting, but she she kind of lost the path, it's interesting to see characters stumble a little bit. She was so interesting in season 1 because we saw so much humanity in her, and now she kind of went Terminator mode in season 2.
Yes, exactly.
Not that she's my least favorite, but I guess if I had to pick one, I say Strand didn't do much for me narratively as like a villain or any kind of heavy. He was just sort of there. Blah.
Yeah, I can't even remember who Strand was.
The head of QA, Charlotte's right hand, the kind of baldish guy.
Oh yeah. He was meant to look dark and menacing, and was just kind of like
was not really. No.
Whatever. I'm over you. Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have a character that I don't like. That's Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Okay.
Charlotte, yes.
Charlotte's kind of terrible.
Yeah.
From the beginning too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. All right. So Isabella, last chance. Do you have one, or do we move on to our final question?
I remembered my favorite, and that was Elsie. Was second favorite.
Oh yeah.
I was sad when she died. But
Okay.
least favorite, Delos, because he was a total awful father.
Yeah.
As we find out in the last episode.
Yeah, he was. But
Absolutely.
he regretted it though, because that's why he kept going back to that moment. He knew he blew it.
Yeah.
So he lived the last part of his life regretting that moment. So for what that's worth.
Yeah, well,
that's worth.
That sounds like a terrible person.
Yeah.
So here is the question that I've been waiting to get to literally this entire night. Because I find it to be an extraordinarily intriguing question, and I'm not even being facetious or trying to be funny here. So, would you want to live forever if it meant that you had to stay in a Westworld-like controlled environment?
So are we talking the virtual world, kind of how they were talking about, if it's indistinguishable from reality, what's the difference?
Hey, listen, don't ask me. I didn't watch the show. You guys ask yourselves.
I was thinking of it more that you had to be in a fabricated body, not the fantasy world, or not the world that they got uploaded into to end.
Okay, because I would take that in a second.
Well, yes.
No,
this
give me a perfect body. Yeah,
right. No, this would be living in a host body, having to be in a host body, and having to stay in the confines of the park, not being able to leave. So.
Okay, that specific park? Then no, I wouldn't want to.
Not that specific park. It could be any park, but
it could be any park. So it could be like Candyland Park if I wanted.
Yes, it could be Wreck-It Ralph for whatever.
Yeah,
but whatever world you chose, but you had to choose a world, and you could never leave it, and you would always be in that. You could live forever in that false host body.
Mm.
All right. Well, Regina, you clearly have lots of opinions and passion about this one.
I know.
So
it was my question.
So let's have you answer it first.
Context. I don't think I would want to. No.
Why not? Hey, listen. This merits way more than just a simple yes or no.
I feel like I don't know. I would want to believe, and this could just be again my tendency for overthinking, that I would evolve in some way like Maeve did, and it would drive me crazy to know that I was confined. And I think I would rather die and figure out, just see what's next or whatnot, than live in a world where I would always have to be reined in some way.
See, this is the kind of answer that I wanted.
Right.
See, there's nothing painful
go there.
about
I just
that.
had to go for the effect and just like give it the.
Absolutely. Right. So, Nicole, how about you?
That's a hard one. I mean, it's a cop out to say it depends on the world, but it really does. Like, if I could go into Game of Thrones world and be like Daenerys and like immune to fire and able to ride dragons around, then yeah, I would totally do that. No question.
Oh man, you and I have very different opinions on whether or not that world is actually livable.
Well, if you were the queen of everything,
Yeah.
If you were the queen of everything, sure, but
right. Yeah.
Have you used the head that wears the crown?
Right.
So that seems like a soft yes.
Yes, it's a soft yes.
All right. So how about you, Jay?
I'd probably also give it a soft yes. I'd swap Westeros for Thetis from the Dragon Age series, but yeah, I'd be gone.
Seems pretty legit.
This reality is a little tough lately, so
especially
I think that's why we gravitate towards shows like Westworld, where
there
are other worlds, there are other options out there.
I think that's one of the reasons why this is so timely, is because it is like, this is literally like the height of escapism, right?
Mm-hmm.
A world where you could go to that your consequences would be nullified just by the environment itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Seems dope. All right. So, Isabela, how about you?
No, because as we've seen in the show, their form of immortality really isn't immortality. It's a copy of yourself getting downloaded, so it's not really...
It's not you going on, right?
It's just a copy of me. So,
yeah,
does it really matter?
Yeah,
no, because
that always begs the question: how many copies do you have to make of the copy in order for it to not really be the real thing anymore? When you make
I'd say just one.
You make a photocopy of a photocopy.
Right.
It's like in Star Trek when you get transported. Is that you at the end? No, because they've destroyed you and recreated you.
That seems
wow.
That's why it doesn't exist, because it would kill you.
Right.
That's entirely true.
Yes.
So
on that super bummer,
that I say
no.
So Dante, what about you?
So I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. So really, I just want to carry around Pokeballs the entire time. But seriously, like I have a bevy of knee problems. So if I could be promised to be in a body that doesn't have any knee or joint problems anymore, I would be seriously tempted. But also, I would want to mess around with these people. I'm a big Magic the Gathering player, and like the entire thing is built around like these characters called planeswalkers that can shift to different dimensions and stuff like that. So I would challenge these robots to like build me a world where I can go ahead and shift between dimensions and planes. Maybe I will consider it. But also, like, I just want robot knees, so I don't have to worry about the cartilage in my knee being destroyed anymore. Hashtag sad Dante. You can add us at the Geek Embassy on Twitter and Instagram with hashtag sad Dante. So that about sums up our quick shots for the Geek Embassy Watches Westworld. Be sure to like and subscribe to us on YouTube, which I'm assuming if you're here, you already liked and subscribed to us, but please share us with your friends, with your family. Any and all watches help us out, and it gets us more boosts, more visibility, puts us in more recommended feeds, and that would just be overall amazing for us. You can find us online at www.thegeekembassy.com, facebook.com/thegeekembassy community, twitter.com/thegeekembassy, and Instagram at the Geek Embassy. We will put all of our personal Twitter handles in the show notes so that you can add us when you're mad at us or add us when you're happy with us. Use any of the random hashtags that I have generated during this episode and in the audio podcast, which you can find on iTunes, Stitcher, and Podbean. See what I did there with the segue? It was awesome.
That was very nice. Good job. You're getting good at this.
I'm getting very good at this. This is why you gave me a promotion.
It is.
Right. But until next time, we will see you at the Geek Embassy Watches, and get your geek on. Good night, everybody.
Bye. Bye. Wanted to say something about don't be a host or
don't be. Oh yeah, see, I would have made up a joke.
Beware the hats.
I have retained literally
Beware the
anything.
hats. Beware the hats.
Beware the hats.